on the content of Civilsdaily. So when I saw Jagriti ma'am's video last year of Civilsdaily, she was telling that content is very good, and I also read, so I also felt the same. Had this discussion, and this Civilsdaily Smash Means Test Series has helped me a lot to improve my GS score. In ethics, I followed same test series only, and Sukarna ma'am has helped me to do my ethics writing. But I must recall Civilsdaily, so I will say it in Marathi. की मी Civilsdailyच्या मदतीचे खूप आभार मानते, आणि तुम्ही अशा प्रकारचे उपक्रम राबवत जा जेणेकरून जे कोणी इंटरनेटवरून अभ्यास करतायत त्यांना तुमच्या या रिसोर्सचा फायदा होईल आणि ते जास्त कॉन्फिडेंटली, जास्त आत्मविश्वासाने परीक्षेचा अभ्यास करू शकतील.
अब जुड़िए सिविल्सडेली के नए इनिशिएटिव के साथ, जहां पे यूपीएससी मेंस बूट कैंप एक नया इनिशिएटिव लेकर आ रहे हैं, जहां पे 4 इंटेंसिव सेशंस, एक प्रैक्टिकल वर्कशॉप होगा ऑन आंसर राइटिंग, बेसिकली ऑन एथिक्स एंड एसे. हम सबको पता है, बेस्ड ऑन द एनालिसिस ऑफ मार्क्स ऑफ ऑल द रैंकर्स ऑफ 2021, एसे और एथिक्स एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है हमारे मार्कशीट में. सो जुड़िए हमारे साथ, लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया है. आप देख सकते हैं 2 रैंकर्स इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आएंगे, 2 सीनियर मेंटर्स इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आएंगे आपको गाइड करने के लिए, और एक डिटेल्ड स्ट्रैटेजी डिस्कस की जाएगी. आंसर लिख के आपको बताया जाएगा कि कैसे आंसर लिखा जाता है. इट्स अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी. सो वंस अगेन आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, और नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में लिंक दिया हुआ है, आप इमीडिएटली ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. हेलो एवरीबॉडी, वेलकम टू टॉपर्स टॉक विद सिड. So we've got another candidate, another aspirant who is now turned topper. So we are going to discuss an incredible journey, incredible story here, which I have been always telling you guys. So as I promised, as I have delivered you guys that once the results will be out, we will request our toppers to share their screens, share their some time at least to actually guide those who are actually misguided, to guide those who need mentorship, to guide those who actually wanted to crack this exam in a right manner. Okay, so we as a company, we as a brand, we have taken this opportunity. We are on this mission to actually help somebody, to actually wanted people to prepare for this examination, not because that they imbibe the emotions, they wanted to crack this examination just because of money, just because of fame, power, because of a motivation, because of a reason, because of a cause. So it's very, very different actually here. So we will talk about few stakeholders who are also involved in it. So
कौन नहीं चाहता कि उसका मेंटर एक यूपीएससी रैंकर हो. 2021 के फाइनल रिजल्ट्स में सिविल्सडेली आईएएस के 200 से भी ज्यादा सिलेक्शंस हैं. गाइस, आई एम गोइंग टू कनेक्ट यू 1-to-1 विद सिविल्सडेली रैंकर्स फॉर फ्री. दीज रैंकर विल प्रिपेयर अ टाइम टेबल एंड पर्सनलाइज्ड प्लान फॉर यू. ये टॉपर्स आपको एग्जैक्टली वही बताएंगे कि कौन सी बुक फॉलो करनी है, कौन सा चैप्टर पढ़ना है. दे विल गाइड यू इन आंसर राइटिंग, मॉक्स एंड एक्सेसिंग देम. डोंट मिस दिस गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू गेट मेंटर्ड बाय अ रैंकर.
I welcome you all on this platform, and once again everybody welcomes to here in this platform, and here the moment starts, and I wanted to call, and please put your hands together, please welcome Sayali Mhetre, All India Rank 398 UPSC 2021. Welcome Miss Sayali, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, sir, and I'm extremely I have this opportunity to talk to you through this Civilsdaily medium. So I'm extremely happy, and yes, I am hopeful that this discussion will help to someone in some or the other way. So, yes.
Definitely. That's our mission, that even if one child, even if one aspirant turn out to be as successful after watching this video, then we consider that we are on the right track, that we are on the go. So, and with this journey, we thank you so much for your support and for your coordination. Without you being present here, it would have been possible actually.
Thank you, sir.
Great. So guys, I wanted to highlight some very, very crucial, important factor about Sayali. So it's the same journey we share actually, and when you will watch this video till the end, you will connect stories with her. Actually, you will connect small things that you think that acha ye to meri kahani, acha ye aise bhi karte the. So something like that, we have this wow experience, and we have this aha wala experience. Acha ye bhi karte the, acha ye. So something like that, that we all can connect, we all can relate with this story, with this strategy. So Sayali, would you like to talk about your background and about your educational qualification?
Yes, sir, definitely. I am Sayali Mhetre, and I have done my graduation in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, which I completed in 2018 from Pune Institute of Computer Technology. So I have prepared from Pune itself. So for GS also I took one coaching at Pune, and for optional I took a guidance from one sir in Pune, Ravin Sawan sir. And my optional is Marathi literature. So atmosphere of Pune has helped me to gather resources and prepare my optional strongly. And yes, that is the case. And about my family background, I have two younger sisters, my parents and my grandfather. We live together, and my younger sister works at a company, Mastercard, and youngest sister is doing engineering, and she has completed Bharatanatyam. So yes, they are the support system of me.
Right. So guys, when I asked Sayali that I mean, your younger sister, are they going to follow the footstep which you have? So Sayali said, actually, sir, they said that I have worked a lot and they won't be able to match my resonance. They won't be able to match because they have seen me in stress. They have seen me in burning the midnight oil, studying a lot, and then taking that pressure. So Sayali, what did they say actually?
Actually, they are so they are. I think in their mind they are thinking that they can also do it, but they are comparing themselves with me. But I have faith in my sisters that they can do it in better way. This was the first time I was trying myself, uh, finding directions. So, but I think that this whatever mistakes I might have committed, I will guide them in better way. So I think that journey may be a little smoother. So their journey is their own only, and therefore I am not pushing them. The decision should be theirs. But I think that at one day they will decide, and they can do it in better way if they decide.
Right, because now they have somebody whom they can look into, whom they can look upon, whom they can follow actually, and that's somebody's nobody, their elder sister. And we have seen stories, successful stories of families wherein brothers, sisters, cousin brothers, and sisters, parents, they are bureaucrats. It's just breaking the monotony. It's just one person in a family who has to be there, and then the entire system gets changed. And it's a very very popular saying कि अगर एक आदमी सक्सेसफुल होता है तो परिवार अच्छा हो जाता है, जनरेशन अच्छी होती है। लेकिन जब एक औरत सक्सेसफुल होती है तो वो अपने साथ साथ अपने पूरे समाज को, सोसाइटी को, वो एक थॉट प्रोसेस चेंज कर देती है, वो बदल देती है। So आप लोग I mean, being a women candidate, women aspirant, and you have literally not only actually cracked UPSC, you have broke that monotony. Societal जो patriarchy system है हमारी, उसमें जो बहुत सारे ऐसे idealistic thought process चलते हैं, you have broke that. So incredibly amazing, and this is the add-on factor that you guys are doing it. And definitely, I mean, seeing your energy, seeing your resonance, I'm sure if not civil services, then definitely your sisters, your younger ones, they will do well in life wherever they will be.
Yes, yes, that will definitely be the case. Yes.
Right, right. Tell me one thing. I wanted to ask you. How did you feel when you heard the top 3 are women?
I felt proud, and actually at one moment, yes, I felt proud. But at later, I think that being a woman, I'm thinking that top three are women, it is good. But later on, I think that both are same actually. So yes, these three will inspire women candidate to aspire for this exam. But when I saw later on, then the ratio number of women candidates has not increased much. So that reality should also be seen. So top three does not actually reflect entire scenario.
Right.
So I think that yes, these top three candidates, I am also eager to meet them, talk to them. So they have actually inspired lot of female candidates,
Right.
and they have broken this barrier that a woman cannot do it or woman cannot be at the top. Actually, from Ira Singhal ma'am, Tina Dabi ma'am, only we have seen that yes, everyone can do it, be it woman or man. So
Right.
yes, there are different barriers for these two, male and female candidates. But I feel really proud, and I also feel that we are equal, and equity is more important.
Right. Well, thank you so much for saying that last word. Equity is more important than equality. And I literally, I told you yesterday that I took an interview with Anuradha, rank 266, and the video is live now. You can watch that video, and I think guys, you also can watch that video. So in that video, we also talk about right to equity. All right. So जो जैसा है उसके लिए वैसा नियम. Right. So very well said, and I thank you so much for answering this question. So let us start. Why did you go for UPSC? Because you were from engineering background, you chose computer science, and this is the computer industry. We are in 2021, 2022, and it's an ed tech and technology. You could have done well here. Why UPSC?
At 11 12 I did computer science. Later I shifted to electronics and telecommunication. And you said rightly that this is the world of computers. But when I got into engineering, I was connected to National Service Scheme and other social wings of my college. And
Okay.
therefore I thought that though my aptitude supports engineering, my attitude is taking me somewhere else. So when I talked to my father, he asked me that why you are not being so interested in this engineering. So I told them that I think that I will not be able to work with machines for long. So if I will be able to work with people and can bring small change, so that will be that will give more satisfaction to me. So at the same time, I must agree that entrepreneurs are actually changing lives of millions of people. But here the aptitude and attitude must match so that the person will be able to do her best. So I think that I would have been able to do my best in this service. Therefore, I shifted.
Right. Great. I can now relate that why you chose this decision, why you took this decision, and also I think the decision which we talked about, that when you were in your teens. So I think some bureaucrat visited to your school or in that town, and then they inspired you. What was that story? Could you tell me about it?
Actually, I have never met him, but I read about him through papers
Okay.
and book, which I told you, that still frame. So in that book, there was a story of Shrikar Pardeshi sir.
Mm-hmm.
So there is one district, Nanded in Maharashtra, where
Maharashtra.
there was a free copy. Actually, copy was very common, and he actually transformed Nanded from free copy to copy free district. So that was and then many parents of successful candidates came to him and told him that because of you, now my girl, my boy can get admission into the desired college. Because of copy, the deserving candidates were actually not where that was harmful to deserving candidates. So that time when the parents told them, and the experience which he has shared in that book, so that has inspired me. And also in PCMC when I was living, the encroachment drive, anti-encroachment drives, so where there were a life-threatening calls to him, then also he was very right, and so his stature was right, and that has inspired me that if we have clarity of vision, then this service provides opportunity to bring change into the thousands of
Exactly.
people's lives. So that has inspired me.
Exactly. Great. So we have noted the two reasons that I think that was the turning point, Sayali, in your life, right? I mean, that's when you decided.
Yes, sir. And the book called Steel Frame. So
Yeah.
where I read about 10 to 12 candidates, successful officers, and their work also in IAS, IPS, Foreign Service, IRTS. So various services I read about, and I saw that Forest Service. So
Mhm.
very humble background, everyone has came, and
Mhm.
even if there were some officers which were coming from officers background, they also cracked it. So that was the level. So that time I saw that this is the level playing field. So if as I said, I have a clarity of vision and consistency in my efforts with right direction, so I can crack it. Background does not matter. So that has given me inspiration that I should try, and I must admire UPSC, that the organization, it has created faith in the minds of millions of candidates that there
Right.
is no partiality. So caliber will be respected. So that faith has been created by UPSC.
Well said, very well said. Yeah, thank you so much. That I mean, the way you are speaking with me here, I think it's full of confidence. I think. What was your score in interview?
Yes, this conversation does not match with my score. In two interviews, I consistently got low marks, 168 and 160. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I
If
think
I get opportunity,
that's the average. I think that's the average. That's the average interview marks you got. But the way you are explaining and interpreting things, it's like in a very layman language. And I think everybody who is watching this video can relate to it. That what you actually wanted to say. So this is how I think a civil servant should be, like in explaining complex thing in a very layman language.
yes, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Now, since I think you attempted prelims in 2019, right, for the first time,
Yes, sir.
and you could not qualify. Were
Yes,
you
I
not
do.
were you not prepared for prelims, or it's just that you wanted to give because you have been hearing about the stories and read the books, and you have just given the attempt with no preparation?
No, actually, maximum preparation of my time has happened between 2018 and 19,
Okay.
because that was the time when I took coaching also. I was doing it full time. So I left job, and I was trying hard that I could clear it. But as exam was approaching, the tension built up. So how I will be able to do it, number of test series, number of revisions, and whatever. So we know that everyone who is in first attempt and doing it in 1 year only, along with coaching, it becomes very difficult to analyze ourselves that
Okay.
what self study I have done. So that kind of revision was lacking. And even though revision, solved 30 to 40 papers,
Okay.
I couldn't revise it fully, and therefore I was fearful in the exam. So I was afraid about the questions. I was reading paper, and one after the other, I was, so tension was building up, and therefore I couldn't actually read the question, what is the demand of the question. So at that time, I got 80 marks, and
Okay.
I was when I came home, I saw my paper again. I was knowing 8 to 10 questions more, but as I was very afraid,
Yeah.
I couldn't be in the moment. And that time I realized that whatever study everyone does, I want to tell everybody that doing preparation for UPSC and giving the paper in those 2 hours are two completely different things. And if
Exactly.
at any moment we start thinking that I have done a lot, my parents have supported me a lot, I have left the job, I'm doing this, 1 year will go. At the moment in those 2 hours, if we start thinking, then everything is lost. That is my own experience, because we have time. After 4:30 we can think what I have done wrong, but if
Exactly.
go into the loop in the 2 hours itself, then the paper goes. So I want to tell that whatever you have studied, less or more, for 1 year or 3 years, give paper with fresh mind and fully into the paper. So whatever question is asking, we should be only reading that. Nothing else should come to our mind. So if we can do it, then I don't think that prelims can become a hurdle for a serious candidate
Right.
who has done very well preparation, solving papers, traditional thing we all do, sincere candidates. But whoever can attempt those 2 hours with full devotion and a rational mind, they can crack the exam.
Right. I literally admire your thoughts here. And one of the best thing which I like about this mission, which I am doing, which Civilsdaily is doing, predominantly which I am doing because I am the face here, and I spoke to lots of aspirants, lots of toppers. The best part of that, I sometimes relate and I get to know very specific information coming from the experience. It's not that you have learned somewhere, it's not that you have copying from somewhere. It's like an experience you have learned from your failures, an experience you have learned from your mistakes. And the thing which you have just said now is one of those important conversation which I always have and always had with the toppers. Like absolutely, you are right that you only got that 120 minutes, and it's very tough for you to concentrate. But with sheer dedication, sheer meditation, and concentration, consistency, you can do that. You can think everything out of that examination hall. You can think everything. यार मेरा ये छूट गया, ये नहीं हो गया. Mom, dad, my personal relation, my life goal, everything you can think after 11:30 a.m.
I would suggest that after 4:30 p.m. because we should not take CSAT lightly.
For the fact, of course, after 4:30, you are absolutely right. Yeah. So this is very crucial advice, and I will make sure that this piece of advice we will make a separate video. We will release this separate video so that it will make impact to a larger audience. वो शाहरुख खान की वो बात याद आ गई थी, वो 70 मिनट में आप मतलब फोड़ देते हो. तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट थिंक एंड राइट एंड एनालाइज एंड देन डोंट थिंक अबाउट व्हाट विल हैपन, ये छूट गया, ये रह गया. So you are absolutely right here. Thank you so much for explaining. So 2019, unfortunately, it couldn't happen. But in 2020, how did you crack prelims? तो आपने crack किया ही. Then you cracked mains and then interview. So what happened? What different you did?
So actually, from 2019 June to March, I was very underconfident, and I was not. So I was doing my studies. I was in the library. I was doing all the things, but couldn't trust myself. So my father was telling me that trust yourself. Even if you require 9 attempts, and then also I am with you. But the trust which I should have in me, that was lacking. So I don't know how and from which day that trust started building up, but the lockdown has actually turned my changed my attitude towards the life, towards this exam. So in the lockdown, everyone in my home was scattered. So from for first lockdown, my mother went to her home and thought that after 10 days she will return, and my younger sisters also went with her. So me and my father only were at home. And when my grandmother knew that we only two are there, she came to us. So she lived nearby only. So she was living with me. and I saw that how much tension was there around, and I couldn't meet my mother. So mother was also telling that how are you, how is call her Ajji. So how is Ajji, my grandmother? And she was telling that spend some time with me. And but you are studying, so I can't disturb you. But I want to spend some time. But unfortunately, not because of COVID, but because of her health issues, my grandmother passed away on 28th May. I came to my village taking her, and I saw that how difficult the situation was. Just because we are coming from Pune, no one accepted us. So everyone thought that COVID will affect
Yeah.
us, and we had our certificate. Everything was there that no one is affected by COVID. Neither my grandmother was affected by COVID, but
Yeah.
nobody listened. Institutional quarantine, everything happened, and at that time I had only 2 books of ethics with me and my laptop. So I saw that how much difficult the life is getting, and the exam is not neither more difficult and nor more important than this situation which is in front of me. I have lost my
Exactly. Exactly.
grandmother. So at that time I realized the importance of my people and my time. So I thought that nothing worse can happen now. And I have time in my hand. Exam got postponed to 10th October. So 4th October. So I started thinking that whatever I have, I should start studying. And I started getting help from laptop, from internet. Also, my uncle at Pune sent books to my village, my
Okay.
books. And I started doing preparation more rationally, that exam is exam and life is life. But now I know that I have this exam in my hand, so let's look at it from exam perspective. And therefore that time I realized what the demand of the exam is: more practice, more revision, having faith in ourselves. So that was more important, and that I could do. Therefore, I could clear prelims. And after prelims, my confidence was boosted that I could clear prelims. Therefore, I was in village only. So uh, uh, so at my mother's place I lived, because my father's place there were 10 people we are living. Due to lockdown we were stuck, so that
Yeah.
study was difficult. So
Yeah.
I shifted to nearby village of my mother, and that grandmother has helped me a lot. So
मतलब
she
your nani.
yes, my nanny, so has helped me. So that time I realized that if I do my work with dedication, then people come to help me. So uh, the near ones. So that has boosted my confidence. I could clear mains. My mother and father was always with me. So not living with me during my preparation, but for my exam, everything, they were with me. So that was the positive energy, and I could clear it. So interview, also that was the first time Satyavati ma'am's board. I was little underconfident. I thought that I couldn't give good answers. But yes, thankfully, main score and interview score, I could clear it. So I think that through right efforts and understanding that exam is exam and life is life, don't make exam larger than life. So that understanding has helped me to clear a consecutive 2 attempts.
Right. Great. I mean, that's an the emotional setback you had in 2019, and that was a life-changing moment. And I regret for such mishappening has happened, and we regret for that cause. And your grandmother passed away. It must be a great loss to the family, and but you realized something that day, and I think I think a new Sayali inside was born, and during that COVID time, and the Sayali was before COVID, and then after that situation incident happened during the COVID. It's a way too different if we look at from the larger perspective. So and I think, do you really think, Sayali, that these one is preparing for this examination or maybe anything he or she wanted to achieve in life, do they have to imbibe or do they have to actually
require these credentials, that uh, um, consistency, commitment, and then emotional intelligence, and then there's so much ingredients we require to crack. Do you think that?
Actually, I think that all these are important, but we cannot uh, analyze ourselves that yes, this day I have got emotional intelligence. After 10 days, I have got consistency. So this is from within. We build ourselves while doing this preparation. So this preparation also builds us into a different kind of person. So I think that many of toppers have also said that UPSC develops us into a different kind of person, a better version of ourselves. So that I experienced myself, that this happens if we are doing it consistently, if we know that why we want to do this.
Alright.
So that then this consistency, hard work, and having emotional intelligence get developed along with the preparation.
Right. Great. I just wanted to inform you, Shayali, that in the next 3 minutes, this I think the window will get closed, and I would request you to re-log in from the same link.
Okay.
Okay, because the timer is running in front of me, so it's only has 3 minutes left. So we will once the time will be over, so we can re-log in here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I think we have covered broadly 2018, 2019, 2020 as well. So can we talk about this attempt, 2021?
Yes, sir. This attempt also, when I say that I have changed, but person cannot change completely. That I realized that a little bit is remaining. So that I realized when I got my mark sheet. I was very disappointed. A 2020 mark sheet that I have done a lot, and still I got 332 in GS. So and I got good marks in optional and good marks in essay, but essay was not my strong point. Then also I got it, so I consider it bonus. But after preparing for GS, I couldn't get it, so that was a setback. I started thinking that due to my Marathi literature optional, I was not that strong in GS compared to other toppers, and I cannot become stronger. So that was the kind of underconfidence I had. So when I joined Civilsdaily, I decided that I will follow this test series, and I was not having trust in myself uh, as I was not having before 2020. So that thing happened with respect to my GS now. So everything I started reading, I started mugging up, and I realized that after giving a test, so the score was a little bit improving, but not much because I was very tense in the exam. So that I realized. But I the solutions, model answers, I read. So GS1 model answer I read before GS1, GS2 before
Right.
GS2. So
Okay.
that has helped me, Civil's daily model answers,
Okay.
to actually what is actually recall the things. So to start, how to aim,
How to
and
write, how should start, how you start framework, right? Right.
yes, brainstorming or number of points, 10 for 10, 15 for 15. That kind of structure got fitted into my mind. And though I was very tense during my actual mains also, I got good score. I improved by 66 marks. So this time I got 398. I have scope for improvement, I know, but that leap was very large for me. So that Civils Delhi and Sajal sirs and Sukarna ma'am's guidance has helped me a lot.
All right. So Sayali, I wanted to ask one last question here. That what role actually does Civils Daily has played in your entire preparation?
In two parts, I will tell that in my self study, when I was making notes of the topics from the syllabus, I was taking help from the content of Civil's Daily. So when I saw Jagriti ma'am's video last year of Civil's Daily, she was telling that content is very good. and I also read, so I also felt the same. So I gather content from various websites, 2, 3, so Drushti and others. So I actually realized that this is also very good. So I added into my notes, so that has helped. And as I said in earlier answer that Sajal sir's discussion and this Civil's Daily Smash Means test series has helped me a lot to improve my GS score. So that is the help.
Okay. And what about the ethics?
In ethics also, I followed same test series only, and
Okay.
Sukarna ma'am has helped me to do my ethics writing. But this was towards the end, so very near to the exam. So
Okay.
I could improve only by 5 marks. In a last attempt, I got 93. This time, I got 98. So that was on my part that I couldn't improve. But Sukarna ma'am has actually pinpointed whatever mistakes I was doing and how can I refine my answers. So I think that this time it will help me.
Okay. So was that Sajal sir's one-to-one mentorship, or how was that going with Smash Mains? Because he has that criteria that should you have given one interview or one mains, then you are only eligible.
Sorry, I was not able to hear you.
I was saying that what was the criteria? Because with Sajal sir's Smash Mains program, there is this eligibility that should you have given one mains and interview, then only you are eligible. Did you get any email or call? How did you get this?
I called Mukund sir. I saw the brochure and I called him and I told him that I got rank 559 in 2020
Hmm.
and I want to join it because I got very less score in GS and at that time I did not have enough money also. So I asked him that and my score was on border. So 92 I was getting. So I was very fearful that if I don't clear and I don't have money, how can I join? So at that time, when result came, he called me back and with minimal amount, Civilsdaily allowed me to join this test series. So that has helped me. So that was the I think criteria that I cleared a exam once. I didn't read criteria. Only heard from Anukumari ma'am also
Right.
that this test series is good. So I thought that I must try this now.
Right. Well, thank you so much for answering that. Um, One last question I would like to ask here. Um, since this is the current time because prelims are over, and what one advice or maybe a group of things you would like to tell these aspirants that about mains preparation, mains strategy? Because now from today it's I think 90 days left. 16th of September is the mains starts, 2022. So what would be your advice, because you have cracked two mains? So I think you are in the right position to guide them and mentor them that this is how they should do.
Uh, think that only part which is in our hand is mains. So from my opinion, I can tell because I had less score in interview, but also from my friends, I have heard that though someone has a good score in interview, that does not guarantee that actually that person is so eligible from the one who has got very less score. So this
Exactly.
score does not define person. What defines a person is whatever you are doing in your mains. So
Mains.
as the name is also mains, so this is the main part of our exam, that whatever we can do we have to do in this attempt only, in this part only. So in prelims you have done it, but this was a large filter. Prelims was a filter, but if you want to show your personality in true sense, then mains is the option. And I think every day is crucial in mains, but don't take stress that if one day goes and because there is so much tension that whatever I'm doing, is it correct, wrong? So that time get lost in thinking, but don't think that you are losing time. So I must say that make a strategy, whatever is weak. I know that this time before the result we are only thinking about result, that whatever whether I will clear or not, and we actually spend this time without doing anything productively. So I will suggest one thing, that whatever subject is strong, so whether it is optional, one part of optional, or whether it is ethics, and that subject should be such that while doing this study you should think very less about your result. So if you are doing GS2, GS3 and you think you this is difficult for you, then you will time and again think about the result. So instead you do what you like, that part of the mains. So that will also help you. And within 10 days, I think now 10 to 15 days, result must come. So
Right.
I think that give preference to essay. Prepare at least give 5 tests of essay, which I had given. At least 4. If you join test series, 5 tests are given by any class. So make a timetable such that you could give 12 GS tests, your optionals as per your level of preparation, and 4 to 5 essay. So don't underestimate or overestimate any subject. So optional 500 marks, I will only do optional strong. So that mistake I had done in my last attempt. I emphasized on my optional. I got 274, but in 332, so this was not acceptable by any candidate of UPSC who has cleared UPSC. That so less mark in
Yeah.
GS.
It's very popular saying that we have to become generalist, not a specialist here.
Yes. So give so make us so 3-4 points. So make a strategy as per your strong and weak point. Whatever is your strong and you can focus fully, that you can complete in this 2 weeks, I think. And thirdly, follow the test. So I have always followed the test and made my timetable in such a way. Some people are such that they follow their own timetable and give test accordingly. So analyze yourself, what kind of person you are. But from my perspective, I will say follow the test. Don't delay the test. That I have not prepared. Syllabus is not complete. Anyway, your syllabus will not be completed. So whatever you are doing it, do it repeatedly. Give three papers of each GS. So 12 at least. And ethics, if you can give two more, then that will be advantage, because that is the paper where we can bring diversity and we can score high. So that is the paper. And essay, don't underestimate essay.
Right.
Writing only 1 or 2, someone can do it even good in even that situation, but this is not the general criteria that giving 2 essays you can do very well in essay. So that does not happen with everyone. Practice is important.
Right.
For essay, I can tell one more thing. Make a notebook and make sections according to the topics: environment, agriculture, women, society, science and technology, IR 4.0, and philosophical. And such that you every day for half an hour, one topic you can take and surf on the net. So whatever information you can get, quotes, data, everything you gather, and 2-3 days you read that notebook, so that data will get fit into your mind. So this is not GS, essay is not GS, please understand. So consistent improvement is needed. So yes.
राइट नो आई अमेजिंग ये जो आपने लास्ट में जो जितना आपने बताया है ना विद रेफरेंस टू द प्रिपरेशन फॉर मेंस एंड स्पेसिफिकली बाइफर्केशन ऑफ हाउ यू शुड प्रिपेयर एसे देन द जीएस पार्ट देन द ऑप्शनल पार्ट दीज थ्री I think it should get in sync and you have to give equal weightage to everything. So as you rightly said that do not focus specifically because optional is of 500, but you have to also consider that the 4 GS papers also consist of 1000 marks, right? So you wanted to say something.
Get idea that whether even if I have done very good in my optional, I will get 300 plus. So this is not happening nowadays.
Right.
Last means also, this means also 300 plus score in optional is not normal now. So
Exactly.
that kind of risk, if we are taking, then that is a large risk, I think.
Right.
If you have strong hold on your optional, you must focus more but don't underestimate GS and SE.
Exactly. I think, see, the average for optionals, I mean, I'm taking holistically, the average for optionals is like 260 marks, 250 marks, 270 is the average. Yes, you are rightly said that if you are very specialist about your optional, then you can score beyond 300, which is like beyond normal, beyond average. This is how we relate. For example, rank 1, she has got 318, I believe. Last year, Shubham Kumar, he has got more than 300 marks in his optional. So yes, if you are very much certain, peculiar about, then you can take the risk. Otherwise, for a generalist approach, you are rightly said that you have to give equal weightage. Great. So I think we have covered almost everybody. What was your optional, Sayali?
Marathi literature.
Oh yes. You told in the beginning Marathi literature. So if somebody wants to take Marathi literature, what are 2-3 things? I mean, they have to keep in mind.
First thing is keep touch with the syllabus and questions so that the huge scope of Marathi can we can actually get hold on to it. Because if we divert from the syllabus and start reading everything, then the Marathi does not end. So language, so literature is such optional, and we can get indulged into the study. So we must look into the questions. What type of questions? Make a list of questions from every syllabus area, and so that we can make our notes, we can revise, we can improve the notes. So that way we should streamline our preparation. And also while preparing optional, give weightage to GS, because having a literature optional, people give excuse that due to literature, as I said earlier, I was thinking that I have literature, therefore I'm weak in GS. So this should not be the case.
I wanted to make a request here, and since you have taken Marathi optional, since of course you must be pro in it, I wanted to take a request here. Can you please, at least for 20-30 seconds, can you please talk in Marathi and express your all the best kind of the words, the powerful words, wherein if somebody wants to hear in Marathi, all students, they can get inspired and motivated about how a journey we should approach.
येस, मला हेच सांगायचं सगळ्यांना की तुम्ही ज्या परीक्षेसाठी जात आहात ती परीक्षा ही हा पहिला टप्पा आहे तुमचा. त्यामुळं त्यात तुम्ही स्वतःला इम्प्रूव्ह करत राहा, परीक्षेकडे परीक्षा म्हणून बघा, आणि त्यातूनच तुम्ही स्वतःला रॅशनली, म्हणजे तुम्ही बघू शकाल की तुमचं काय चुकतंय, काय बरोबर आहे. परीक्षेला आयुष्य बनवू नका, आणि ज्यावेळेस परीक्षा तुमच्यासाठी महत्वाची आहे हे तुमच्या लक्षात येतं, त्यावेळेस मग मागे वळून बघू नका. म्हणजे घाबरू नका निर्णय घ्यायला, त्यापेक्षा धाडसाने निर्णय घ्या, आणि तो निर्णय कसा बरोबर आहे हे सिद्ध करण्यासाठी जे काही प्रयत्न करायला लागतील ते तुम्ही करा. म्हणजे जसं आपण कुसुमाग्रजांच्या कवितेत म्हणतो की कोलंबसाचं गर्वगीत आहे की किनारा तुला पामराला. म्हणजे मी काही या येणाऱ्या आव्हानांना घाबरत नाही, ते आव्हानं माझ्या सवयीचीच आहेत. जसं कोलंबसांनी अमेरिकेचा शोध लावताना ज्या आव्हानांचा सामना केला, तर ते एका आव्हान घेणाऱ्या माणसाचं गर्वगीतच आहे. तर त्या गीताचं म्हणजे प्रमाण ठेवून मी सांगतेय तुम्हाला की आव्हानांना घाबरू नका आणि किनाऱ्याची वाट बघू नका, पण तुम्ही योग्य दिशेने चालत राहाल ना, तर तुम्ही योग्य किनाऱ्याला पोहोचालच. तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना खूप खूप शुभेच्छा.
आपने मेरे बारे में तो कुछ नहीं बोला ना कि अरे इनकी बात
नाही, त्याबद्दल मी बोलले नाहीच. आय डिडंट से एनिथिंग अबाउट यू, बट आय मस्ट से अबाउट सिव्हिल्सडेली, सो आय विल से इट इन मराठी, की मी सिव्हिल्सडेलीच्या मदतीचे खूप आभार मानते, आणि तुम्ही अशा प्रकारचे उपक्रम राबवत जा, जेणेकरून जे कोणी इंटरनेटवरून अभ्यास करतायत त्यांना तुमच्या या रिसोर्सचा फायदा होईल, आणि ते जास्त कॉन्फिडेंटली, जास्त आत्मविश्वासाने परीक्षेचा अभ्यास करू शकतील. सो I will translate that. Please continue this initiative of Civilsdaily and make such such resourceful channel should be continued, so that whoever is studying from distance should also get confidence that whatever he or she is doing is right for the exam.
Incredible, amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, actually, one thing I would like to tell you, Sayali, about I literally like your smile. You've got very caring smile. You've got very lovingly, very caring smile. I'm sure people and aspirants and students who are coming out of college, they will listen to you, and how the way you speak, you take pauses, but you deliver powerful words. So that's the compliment I have for you, and the world will give you compliment. Stay blessed. Continue doing these services.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, Civilsdaily, and all the best to everyone endeavoring into this exam.
Great. Thank you so much, Sayali. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, sir.